All right, sorry for the delay. Thanks to everyone for coming. For those of you who don't know, you're at a JavaScript meetup, so it's going to be nerdy, it's going to be fun, and yeah, hopefully you have a good time. There will be food, so you're welcome to just stay for that, but ideally you learn something. We've got a couple things that we're doing differently tonight. One of them is trying to cut down on the little preamble at the start. So you see I'm going to go through this a little faster. Yeah, so let's get going. The very first thing we like to do is a quick set of introductions. The whole point of this meetup is to connect people together here in Edmonton because there's so much cool stuff going on. And one of the ways we like to do that is by asking everyone a question. So this month's question is pretty simple. It's basically, why do you use JavaScript? So I'll start it off. My name is Mark Bennett. I'm a software developer with Burma Studio. And I use JavaScript because I love it, but also because it works everywhere. So that's why I use it. So why don't we go around this way? Maybe we'll start there and work our way along the back.
Sure. I'm Andrew. I'm a student at the U of A. I use it so I don't fail my classes.
Cool.
I'm Mark. I work at Punch Card. I use JavaScript because you don't really have a choice. You're going to be in the browser.
True.
I don't like it, so.
I'm Eston. I also work at Punch Card, and yeah, basically Mark says we basically have to use the browsers.
Okay.
I'm Boyan. I like JavaScript because it's fun and easy to use.
Okay.
I'm Ben. I use JavaScript for pretty much a similar reason that in order to do web stuff, you pretty much have to use JavaScript. But I'm actually becoming more and more excited about TypeScript. I'm pretty bullish on it.
Great.
Hi, I'm John, and I'm a data scientist. I don't use JavaScript, I'm digital.
Great, okay.
My name is Alex. I just because I love it, it's great, and also it works both from the front and the back end, and even on mobile, so that's kind of cool.
Great.
Hey, I'm Keith. I use JavaScript because it was the only language I could figure out how to use when I was learning how to program.
Great.
Cameron, I work with Keith, and we use JavaScript because we build an app for students and teachers, and they're using a lot of Chromebooks in the classroom these days, so that's the way we go where our customers are.
My name is Joe. I use JavaScript for 99% of my work. I also use Java.
Great.
My name is Ian. I don't use JavaScript. I'm here to see what's up.
Cool.
My name is Nick. I use JavaScript because it lets me make snazzy front end.
Okay. Great. Okay. So why don't we do you, and then we'll kind of snake back. Sorry, we can come back.
I use JavaScript. I think, well, my passion is probably in using JavaScript with front-end interactive stuff.
Okay.
I think that's immediate gratification when you're building something, as well as see it interact with it, then also
Great. Great. Okay, I'm just gonna, Abram, the food is just arriving. Would you mind going down and grabbing? He might need a couple people, I don't know.
I'm already sweating from the stairs.
All right. All right, why don't we pick up over there?
I'm Chris, work at Investopedia. We have, no opportunity to avoid JavaScript, so we use it. But increasingly, learning more and more cool things about what's going on with JavaScript these days, and so it's interesting to hear about and see, and it also makes the task of working with JavaScript a lot more exciting.
Cool. Great.
Steve, also with Investopedia, use JavaScript because I haven't convinced everyone there to switch to TypeScript yet.
Good answer. Okay, why don't we keep going along there? So maybe Steve.
I'm also Steve, and I use it as everywhere, but I also like hybrid functions.
Cool.
I'm Sherman. I work with Trivium. I use JavaScript because Ryan makes me.
I'm Ryan. I make Sherman write JavaScript. I use it because it's fun and it's a huge playground with lots of diverse opportunity these days. So.
Great.
I'm Riley. I work at university. I mostly use JavaScript because it's quick for spinning up like fun side projects and stuff like that, or anything as a client.
Great.
I'm Alex. I use JavaScript because you can build one app and deploy it to anything.
I'm Rodney, where I work is a bit complicated to explain, so I'm using JavaScript mostly for flexibility to type most of it.
Okay.
I'm Lisa, and I also work for Wikipedia. I don't use Java, but I use it very much.
Great.
My name's Al with Investopedia. I use JavaScript because it can pretty much solve all of my problems.
It's a good reason to use it. All right.
Yeah, I'm Dan. I also work in Investopedia, and like we have a website, so it's everywhere, and we also used it on the back end for Node as well.
Okay, and I think I saw one person sneak in there. We're just saying our name and then why we use JavaScript. Great. Can I just quickly see a show of hands? Who here, this is their first time coming to the meetup? Great, okay, cool. So does that mean everyone else has been here before? Great, so we haven't scared you away. That's nice to see. All right. So moving on here, for those of you that don't have it, there is free Wi-Fi. I'm assuming most of you guys have it on your phones and things. But the password and SSID is also written up there if you need it. And just to get it in your head, the date for the next meetup is October 5th. So that would be the first Thursday in October. And one of the things that we did this year that's a little different is we've had this before on our website. We had a little code of conduct, but we didn't really highlight it very much. And so this year, one of the things we're trying to do to make the meetup a bit more welcoming to everybody is just kind of highlight that by coming here, you are agreeing to the code of conduct. And so basically it just means be excellent with other people. You can read the whole thing if you want, but no derogatory remarks about people or things like that. If you can try to avoid that, that would be excellent. In terms of news, we have a couple things. Sean, I'm just going to put you on the spot here. Do we have anything to announce this month about the Hackup, or do you want to leave that out for now?
The date, but I don't have the...
Is it the 21st? The third? Is that what we're looking for, the third Wednesday?
The date's not on my calendar. So
Okay.
better.
Why don't you circle back to you maybe? Okay. Okay. Other things that we're announcing, our YouTube channel is kind of soft launched over the last 6 months here, but we're officially ready to actually launch it. So if you haven't checked it out, it is an awesome resource. All of our notes, all of our talks, everything else goes up there. We take lots of questions and stuff there too, so if you have things that you missed, you can ask, and we do watch those. We can get them to speakers if you need it that way too. And I know sometimes there's talks where I just miss a bit of the source code and stuff like that. So it's nice to be able to go back and take a look at that. If you want to find it, it's basically youtube.com/exchangejs. And we also link to it from our homepage. So YouTube, Exchange.js, Google it, you'll find it. The other thing too is we're looking for board members. So this is new. Over the summer, one of the things we really realized is that we've been raising funds. And this is not an actual picture of our board, by the way. It could be, but it's not. But I just thought it was funny. But yeah, we're looking to set up a not-for-profit. We've made it as far as getting the bylaws, a bunch of other stuff in place. We have a name. We're going to be the Dev Edmonton Society. And really, we're going to launch this year with Exchange.js, but it is that we want to work with a bunch of meetups to make doing a lot of the logistics that we have kind of felt like we've gotten better at. Make that easier, and to share resources like even a bank account, stuff like that is really hard to set up. So sharing stuff like that if you want to do conferences, as well as just looking for other ways to enable the developer community here in Edmonton. So if that sounds like something you would like to be part of, or you have lots of experience running a board, we would love to talk to you. You can come find me afterwards, or you can hit me up on Twitter, and there is also a link on the homepage to a little survey that we have if you're interested, and you can fill that out, and then I'll phone you and we can have a chat. So yeah, if you're interested, we're especially looking for secretaries and treasurers. I know those are everyone's favorite positions, but they're important ones. So if you're interested in either one of those, they're definitely spots we'd like to fill, but we have spots across the board. So. In terms of things coming out this month, or over the summer, I guess it was, I tried to cut this back a lot and just focus on a couple of big things. All of the browsers had some interesting releases. A lot of them were supporting more of the ES 2017 syntax. So finally you can use like spread operators and things like that in all of the major browsers, which is awesome. Module support is also in Chrome and Safari now, as well as the script no module, which basically gives backwards compatibility. So we're gonna have a talk on that, not this month, but hopefully next month to get into it a bit more. But basically it lets you do some of the things that you've had to use Webpack and tools like that for to bundle up your code. You can do directly in the browser now with import statements. So it can let you break up your code a bit more, do some interesting things about loading things. And yeah, it's just nice to have it in the browser. It's one less thing to transpile. So beyond that, there's stuff like WebVR hit a couple of the browsers, also improved support for some of the service workers. And the other thing too is a lot of stuff is continuing to move to HTTPS only. So I think all three of those now have geolocation as HTTPS only. So as things move forward, if you haven't set up a site with HTTPS, it's definitely the time to be doing that because you're going to be losing out on a lot of functionality. Another one too, which just came out this morning, honestly, I've not had a chance to play with it at all, is Yarn 1.0 was released, and there were actually some new features in it, things like workspaces, a couple other changes to that let you have projects with multiple repositories and keep them in sync with the same versions of packages and stuff like that installed. Like I said, it just came out this morning, so I haven't looked at it in depth, but we'll definitely be following up on that more in the future. As well as React 1.5.6 with some, I think it had some changes in how on-change was handled, a few other things like that. Can anyone speak to the last React release and if there was anything big or breaking in it that people need to know about? All right. Okay, so moving on. Normally this is the point where I talk for about 5-10 minutes about the different jobs. So one of the things we're doing this year was we actually have set up a job board over the summer because we've got so many jobs now that it's getting to the point where it's hard to go through them all here at the meetup. So we have new jobs from Jobber, from Investopedia, from Shobi, from a whole section of people. If you want, it's just exchange.js.com/jobs. Those are going to be continually updated, and we're looking at adding more features to the site too, to maybe do some matchmaking if you're looking for jobs and things like that too, to let employers know that they should contact you. But yeah, for now, take a look at the job board. It's new, it's exciting, you can apply right there. So give us feedback, we're definitely looking for it. And yeah. All right, so that is it for me speaking. What we're gonna do now is take a quick break, grab a bite to eat, we'll let Ryan get set up, and then we'll dive right into our talks. Thanks.
Exchange.js is Edmonton's JavaScript meetup. Thanks to our sponsors, Jobber and Investopedia. Support the meetup and like and share this video. And stay informed by following us on Twitter and meetup.com. Links in the description. See you soon!